All right, Thomas, gotta stop you there. We just had a 90-minute game. We gotta have something action. We gotta have something snappy because there was so much action. Yes.
Yeah.
That's better. That's more like it. Welcome back. CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10. Woo! We have a third game of the series, and what a game the second game was. 90 minutes, slugfest, battle royale, whatever it was definitely something that RNG was very happy with because the longer the game went, the better their odds were. And Tigers, I tried to hold. They were actually Tigers, but not Tigers enough. There was a Tiger Tamer. I don't know where I'm going with this. Slacks, right. Owen, save me. That game was absolutely madness.
Slacks.
That was a bonkers. Welcome to Tinker versus Arkward. And we both said, man, one of these two was going to lose, either Tinker or Arkward, and then the other people were going to get crushed. Who would have thought that they had such a Tinker player, though? Homie, neither one of them lost. Ooh. And then they continued for 80 minutes with neither one of them losing. They both really held pretty well, boys.
Yeah, it was a crazy game.
It really was.
Tinker Terrorblade, when it goes late game, you're always going to struggle against these two heroes. And as Slack said, Stay played an amazing Tinker, and Tinker Terrorblade late game. You don't really stand a chance. But Tigers, they certainly did give it their all. It was incredibly close. Tigers coming very close to actually being able to close the game up themselves multiple times. But try as hard as you might, when it's past the 1 hour mark and there's a Tinker Terrorblade in the top 3 net worth, it's going to be one of those games that Dota Plus would be probably saying 100% for the Tinker Terrorblade team.
Yeah, but it was super duper close. I don't think you can say that at all.
No,
they were very close to winning.
That's what I just said.
I mean the other team.
Yeah. My big question.
I'm saying that they got close to having chances to do so.
Yeah.
But would they have actually ever been able to? I think you go play that game back from the 60-minute mark 100 times. They win it like 1 time.
No,
Tinker Terrorblade.
Definitely not. Surely that was a lot more close than that, Slacks.
It was
Have you not seen them knocking on their door, killing the Terrorblade over and over and over and over again?
Like, I think one point when the Tinker and the Terrorblade were like dead at the same time without buyback, but other than that, there's always one of them alive. Like, sure, they were killing the Terrorblade, didn't have buyback, but Tinker was pushing out the silence. I don't know, it's just such a nightmare to play against. And yeah, yes, it was close, but it's Tinker Terrorblade.
Well, Slacks, this game... You've chosen replays.
I like this one you chose.
I haven't chosen replays.
And this is the replay where it shows what happened and why this game went the way
and it was
of ours.
If you don't mind, this is the reason. Now, we're back at 4 minutes and 57 seconds, but I'd like to show you why exactly we went so long. Go ahead and play this clip.
And look at the map.
As you guys can see, Weaver going in here, slow her down. There we go.
But did you see that? The illusion rune.
Absolutely. Illusion rune picked up. Not only that, but check out that snag.
Yep. Afu getting that bounty rune.
Now, if Afu didn't grab that bounty rune, our Ogre Magi would have been able to afford a $600, another TP.
Yep.
Another TP scroll, which would have allowed him to do even more in this game. Boom. If he did not take that rune, Terrorblade would have been alive.
Well, this is before that, so...
Yeah, but he's a Weaver.
He's a Weaver.
He travels through time. I know this.
Seeing what happened in the future. You're seeing why he took the rune.
This is why he got the bounty rune.
Now the whole... Okay, now here we are.
It's like, what's that film? Minutes. Memento.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can see from that previous clip that I selected, they hated each other. You know? Weaver died, he stunned him. Then he stole his rune. This is where it all comes. Watch this Weaver during this fight.
Back to the future.
Terrorblade's in trouble. He's going to sunder. Where is the Ogre Magi? He's already dead.
That's the problem.
Weaver killed him. He dived him. Then Terrorblade went freaking bananas, killed everybody else. It was all because of that stolen rune that caused this at 87 minutes. Terrorblade and Tinker just going bananas. Mr. Arkward, he can't do anything. Bane on the front line. But really, SRF made a lot happen. But it was that rune steal that pissed him off and what made this happen.
Yeah. I actually thought it was a really nice twist having the Weaver as support. I know we really thought it was just super greedy with like the Weaver and the Tinker and the Terrorblade, but then the Weaver turned out to be support and we had the Ogre as a core. I thought it was not Ogre. Clockwork as a
Clockwork, yeah.
Ogre was on the wrong team. Other team. But that was, I thought, a nice twist and worked out to their favor because that Ags helped them out so many times.
They really could not have made that team happen if everybody farmed like that. If Weaver was being a greedy farmer as well, it wouldn't have worked. That's why we voted against it. But they were clever. Moving that Weaver into the support role, saved their booties, spread the farm out, made it so that they could win. The question I have is, who was the weak link on Tigers? What made it so that they couldn't get that victory? Was it the Elder Titan? He did so much that
not
game.
according to Fog.
I don't think there was any real weak link. I mean, it was... I think at the end, for me, it was just the draft. The 2 drafts head-to-head, 80 minutes in. It's harder to execute the draft of Tigers at that stage of the game.
I agree.
I think they did it exemplary well. Like, I think in any other situation where there wasn't sort of Tinker and Terrorblade, like, Tigers, for me, even though they lost, it's hard to say they played better because they lost, but you know what I mean? It was just, for me, that stage, it was the late game draft, the late game lineups. It was going to be, the game was going to be in RNG's ballpark. But I really do think Tigers did play phenomenally. With the lineup they had at that, to keep the game going at this 87-minute mark.
Yeah, they had a good game.
Yeah.
They had the laning phase that went their way. Mid game was slightly on their side, and then the game just lasted too long. And then at that point, I mean, it's still Terrorblade Tinker. It's pretty scary. Are you going to be able to do something against that?
Well,
apparently not.
No, Slacks knows.
Yeah, not at all.
No, he doesn't.
No. Weaver saw that game 1,000 times.
Yeah.
He won 50%.
So what's that other film with the time traveling in?
There's a couple of them. Time travel is kind of a, commonly used plot device in many different forms of media.
That is true. Do they have a time travel in Harry Potter?
I think they do that thing. I didn't even read the
Yeah, they did.
the movies. But
They did because otherwise he summoned the Patronus because he saw that he could do it.
Spoilers! Spoilers on Harry Potter.
Come on.
He saw
Next thing you'll tell them is they threw the ring in Mordor, Come on.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
I've never seen Harry Potter. You guys watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you play?
Neville Longbottom.
Neville's Longbottoms, ladies and germs. Right here. That's great.
It is going to be Game 3. For the first time today, we're heading to a third game, and it should be a very exciting one if that Game 2 was anything to go by. And the Game 1, of course, as well, but definitely Game 2, the more exciting one as that.
Here
and
we
we
go.
have
Moon
a draft.
Meander.
Moon Meander. Look at these picks. Look at these bands. Wisp, Ogre.
Weaver.
Weaver's out.
Time-lapsed himself into the bands.
Oh, my God. He undid himself. He killed himself as a baby.
Yeah, just like in Star Wars.
5 seconds remaining.
Owen, if you can go back in time and change one thing in your life, what would it be?
That's a hard question.
One thing only?
Maybe the time where I accidentally put sugar on the chips.
What?
Salt.
That doesn't.
You could have
seems
saved
too
someone
bad.
that you loved life. You could have protected someone.
I mean, those fries were really miserable. That first
put
sort of...
sugar on your fries.
Yeah.
Oh.
God damn it, John.
Oh, very revealing as we go into the lore of OG Pixel and the...
Necrophos.
Hello.
Get him out of the pool. I love it. Tigers with some beautiful bans. Magnus every game being banned out by them because they do not want to play against SRF Magnus.
Now, question number 3. Will they ban the Shadow Demon?
Absolutely.
One more time.
Yeah. No, wait, Tigers are the one that have been banning Shadow Demon, so no.
Oh.
Tigers are the ones that have been banning Shadow Demon out.
Let's see that first pick, Shadow Demon, and see what we've been banning about this whole time, baby.
Yeah.
I want to know. Reveal the mystery to me. Why has everyone been so scared of Shadow Demon against Tigers? Show me, baby.
Maybe because it's Halloween.
Oh, my God. He is a spookster. That's true.
But then why does Kling still get picked?
Well, he's a skeleton. Are you
he's not
afraid of skeletons?
Would you be more scared of a Shadow
Why does
Demon?
Spectre still get picked? She's the spooky ghost.
Well, not really if you look at the lore.
No, she's actually just a very angry lady.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know why are people scared of skeletons?
Because
What is a skeleton going to do if
they've
he tries to
always
fight you?
they've always
Well, a
got bunch of
skeleton that
things.
is moving definitely would scare me.
Really?
If there's a skeleton that is actually,
What
moving
could
about.
it possibly do?
But I feel like if a skeleton was moving, it would just be funny because it'd be like making the xylophone sounds, when it walks.
I mean, if you got to fight a skeleton, it can't be that hard.
No.
They're freaking bones.
Yeah, but how do you know you kill it? What are you going to do?
anything. Kick it and it falls
It just
apart.
shatters. It just crumbles.
But the parts
Believe me,
keep
I've tried
gluing
it at the
themselves.
museum, you know.
The parts
T-Rex
keep gluing
showed it.
themselves back
Took away
together.
his lemur or whatever the bone's
Who
called.
cares if it? Listen, there's so many scary things out there, like a vampire, a werewolf, a freaking skeleton. You kick it, it falls apart. Then it has to put itself back together. That's pathetic.
And vampires and werewolves all have official ways to deal with them. Skeletons, they just keep being alive. They'll just come floating back at you.
That's true. What is sort of the law way of killing a skeleton?
You don't have to kill it. You just take its leg bone and don't give it back.
Maybe.
But it doesn't need his leg bone. It will continue coming at you, and it will start hitting you.
Maybe the way to kill a skeleton is to give it life. You
wrap it in
you start
skin
shoving
and muscle and
sort
bone.
of, you know, parts of the body into it.
My God.
Have a pair of lungs. Have a liver. I'm alive.
It's terrible.
You guys are horrible.
What's wrong?
What about all those skeletons?
We all have skeletons.
I've got a skeleton.
I'm a skeleton. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to shit talk skeletons.
Yeah, we are skeletons.
We're all skeletons. You fool. It's not racist. We're all skeletons.
But we're skeletons with feelings. You're just telling how to kill off your kind. That's not nice.
We're all skeletons, bro.
All right, we got a Bane first pick.
Bane.
I must say, 343's Bane was pretty solid. He had a lot of really good Fiend scripts. Either that is a really good positioning from 343 or a lack of disables on the side of Tigers. But definitely the positioning for 343 was pretty solid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was a good lad.
He did a wonderful job.
He's had a bit. He did some rough games, but yeah, the late game Bane was very nice.
I will say, if we had an MVP on Heroes today, I'd definitely give that to Tiny.
I'll give it to
Yeah?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Tiny.
How
We've seen
come?
that Tiny in almost every game today that's
Have
been
we?
successful.
Have we?
Yeah.
We haven't seen that much Tiny.
We have seen almost a Tiny in every game, and he's been diving behind the towers, throwing people out. He was in the complexity games. He was in the limp played him all day today.
This is the first time we see him in this series.
Well, in this series. I said today.
He was banned in Navi
No,
Complexity.
he's saying picks. I want to see how many picks we
All
have.
right, Navi picked him once.
Once.
All right.
We got
Vega had a
2
bad.
picks for limp.
Navi had him once. So
Okay, I believe Slack.
no, there was actually Limp didn't play it today at all.
Slack,
Excuse me?
you stop feeding the viewers misinformation.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong page of notes.
No.
Chief.
No, I definitely am not.
I
And then
specifically remember Tiny breaking the back
You-
and tossing.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know they're brothers and they look alike and all that, but Chessie played Tiny twice.
How am I supposed to know the difference between... They're twins, for God's sake.
They're not twins.
They
They're
are.
definitely not twins.
They are.
They are.
No.
They both have the same skeleton.
I checked, yeah.
All right, anyway. Phantom Lancer Phoenix. I had never seen those heroes this fast.
Hey, that's what I told you when I said Tigers. I said pick PL second.
Boom.
They didn't do it last game. They lost the game. Now they've done it. They won the game.
You know what? You should
Taking
go
my
paid
advice.
double, buddy. You really told him last
I
time.
told them you got to pick it second now rather than third. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get it. That's what happened last time. PL was banned. RNG picked Terrorblade, and Tigers were like
Ooh.
speechless. They didn't have a plan. They didn't have an answer, and they lost the game.
All right.
Now they're in a much better place.
I'm going to need you to relax.
Yeah.
We could see another Troll Warlord ban.
Yeah, well, this time they have a
This makes
Phoenix.
They
Yeah.
like
So this
to
one
ban,
makes sense.
they like to ban it when they play the PR, and yeah, they've got a Phoenix too. So
Great
battle
ban.
chances, good at smashing some eggs.
All right, predictions that we're going to see a Treant Protector to go with that Phoenix, the
Like that?
classic of the
Maybe a
match.
ban of some sort on that wouldn't be a bad plan, though. I mean, they already banned out
Tigers might
3
ban.
other supports. They might as well go with the ban on the Trine as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seen him do some real work lately. Like the Royal loadout already. Seen a lot of Bane today. Seen a lot of Tiny. Thank you.
2 games.
3 games.
Sorry, 3 games.
Yeah, which is
Three
almost
games.
50% of the games today.
That is
Not true.
actually pretty correct. Yeah.
That is correct.
Nearly 50% would be an accurate reference to the
Damn it.
number of Tiny games played.
Thank you very much. So, this will be putting him over that 50% into a majority pick here. And we'll see how well that works out for him.
Oh, no. This pick doesn't put him under the majority.
He said nearly.
I'm gonna need you.
He said nearly.
Yeah, but he said that this pick puts him over the edge.
Crystal
He said
Maiden.
nearly.
No, he did not this
He
time.
said nearly.
No.
Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden. Let's talk about Crystal Maiden, Slacks.
What a girl.
Yeah.
You know, always out there just trying to do.
Do you think she
everything.
actually gets cold, or does she not feel the cold?
That's a great question. With a revealing outfit like that, probably doesn't feel it.
No.
She lives in the freaking Antarctica of Dota 2, and she's
Does she live on the north or the south planet?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm going to have to say north.
The north. She lives in the north.
Ice rack.
5 seconds.
Ice rack.
Yeah, that's a pickle right there.
And is she scared of the wolves of Ice Rack, or they're her friends?
I don't believe so. I believe that they are notoriously slow and stupid.
Swift, like the wolves of Ice Rack.
Potentially. Yeah.
And she, well, I guess that's the joke, because she says that and she doesn't move very far.
Exactly.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
We've all
That was
caught
the
up.
point that was made.
Indeed. Indeed, her little puppy Arcana is a wolf of Ice Rack, and that
Is
thing
it?
looks like a...
He runs pretty fast though. He's cute. He's a cute little fella.
Huh?
He's
Yeah.
not even look scary. That's not even a wolf. It's
Well, he's cute.
domesticated. He looks like a freaking pug.
No.
I wish he did. Silencer banned out. Interesting ban there. And a Brewmaster Undying.
Undying.
Undying means early game push. Let's go. Tigers.
Undying. It's
Someone's
good.
tired.
Nice against the tiny lane. What? Who's Undying?
No, that's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said someone's tired. Someone wants a quick game.
No, I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
no, no.
Undying's fun. He
We're not
goes in.
tired.
All right.
No,
No.
No.
we're mentally
We're
undying.
fine.
Tired is sort of a chemical state of mind. It doesn't really exist.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like pain
Yeah.
and sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just will yourself out of it. Okay, that's not true. If you are dealing with depression issues,
Yes,
there's
you actually-
many different ways that you can do it. You know,
Get
take
help.
care of
But if you're
yourself.
dealing with
A lot of
tiredness
people are willing to help.
issues, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
That's a great way to fix that one.
But not right now. Go to bed after the game.
Yeah,
Unless you
don't go
wanna
to
watch
bed
this
now.
Dota
You're going to
game.
watch the game, yeah.
Now
Go to bed
let's get back
after.
to our Halloween discussion.
Yeah.
What's scarier to you? A skeleton or a zombie coming at you?
I'd say Terrorblade picks.
A zombie.
Exactly.
Zombie, definitely.
What is scarier than a... Is anything scarier than a skeleton?
Definitely a zombie.
The backwards.
Skeletons aren't scary because they're funny, really.
Exactly.
They're more comical. They're
What
the
are you?
comical spooky
What's
thing.
what is a skeleton scarier than for you, Sheber?
What?
Clowns.
Yeah, clowns.
10 seconds remaining.
A clown is less scary than a skeleton.
Well, you
I'm
gotta
gonna
say
see there.
Is the skeleton moving? What's the skeleton doing? What's the skeleton doing?
It's not just it's sitting on the floor like a murder mystery.
I think a spider is less scary than a skeleton.
A spider.
No, I'm backwards. What's more? Okay, you're not scared of a giant spider, but you.
Why? You didn't say that to be giant.
Giant spider.
If we're talking about mythological
Ember
monsters,
spirit.
Ember Spirit. All right,
All right.
let's get back to work.
yeah.
Skeletons aren't mythological monsters, by the way.
Yes, they
Moving
are.
haunted skeletons are
Animated skeletons.
animated possessed skeletons.
I don't think even like in the old books they wrote about magicians, wizards, you know, haunted, possessed toads, but they didn't write about moving skeletons.
Coming back to the game,
Seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Ember Spirit versus Terrorblade.
Slacks. Why is that funny?
Yeah, Ember Spirit does a
Yeah.
lot of magical
Yeah.
damage towards the early part of the game. Can certainly put a lot of pressure on Terrorblade, but then you have to pass that peak moment where Terrorblade starts to be able to handle Ember Spirit by himself. Ember is a wily boy, but look at all the lockdown we got. A tiny, a Bane, a CM. So I see what they're probably going to go for here. Kind of stick with that early game
Ember's
momentum, a
power.
lot of magical damage, see if they can't pop him off before it gets out of control.
Amber's nice, yeah.
Ember is nice. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, the one thing that is scary about skeletons, you can't shoot them, all right?
Well, I mean, you can. It will shatter the bone.
Well, you like a shotgun bullet's gonna like blow some bones apart, but it ain't gonna kill them. All right, you need like a blunt weapon. You know, you need like a hammer.
Do I have something to fight back with? Because if I have a flamethrower, you know, I can...
Against a skeleton?
Exactly, that is not possible, but it can burn the spider, and then it's fine.
Oh, God.
Well, now,
Why are you using a flamethrower on a
why
spider?
would you use a flamethrower against a skeleton or a spider? There's lots of good weapons.
If there is a massive spider, like, I don't know, if it's a,
Instead of fire, you just shoot it.
but if I have...
Why are you shooting
I
a
just want-
spider?
Their legs continue moving, I'd rather burn it.
So then you have a giant flaming spider scurrying around.
No, he'll run away from me.
It might smell nice. Oh, yeah.
How can that smell nice?
A Legion commander, guys.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Well,
dear,
that
oh
was a
my.
nice draft.
Well, that was
Till that.
a good try there.
Legion commander, right? So you can save people from the grip.
I mean, it is good
Fight
against
for
Spain.
it's good for the save. You got sort of that nuke against the illusions TB pushing in. Duel does not seem very appealing this game. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the old LC.
No, me neither.
No.
What if it's just a straight up support?
I mean, Legion Undying Lane or Legion, both these potential dual lanes they're good lanes. They can crush their lane.
Kind of like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I feel like
Legion?
it's a very good save, you know?
Do I feel like you're going to duel someone and then TB can, if he's not TB can just get under save. We saw this banned out against RNG before because Stay is really strong on the left track. I don't know, man. I'm a little worried for Tiger. They have got that PL though. We know how good In Your Dream is on the PL, but the last time they played the PL, they did ban out the left track because they're aware how good it could be against it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they got a great early game strategy going, and then that Shrek really Shreks him up.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to shred that PL if he does anything but abysmally. Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, I got to say, I think Royal got this one. Yeah, Shrek is great for what they want to do, prevent that early game snowball.
Yeah, I'm going with Royal as well. Yeah. Royal, absolutely. I like PL, but I think PL with Ember could be a bit wonky, and then the fact that there's a Legion, I don't think that hero's good. I think that hero's on sort of Queen of Pain tier. If it's played as a core, I think if you play it as a support, we've seen people like Poppy do crazy stuff, but not a fan. Not a fan.
All right.
I like the Lesh. There's a reason why it was banned against them in game 1 or
Thanks, Owen.
Yeah. I'm informing the viewers.
I was disappointed by Tigers in the
informed
previous game because we thought that they were going to take the game, and they didn't. And I kind of think that Royal never give up and never will give up, and therefore will win the game. There you go. It is over to a commentary team of Fogged.
Wow.
Wow.
Hello. All right. Yeah, we are back. We're recharged. We're ready to go, right, Fogged?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we got our monster energy going down here. Mm-hmm.
Wait.
But, yeah, there we go.
Good branding.
Perfect. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, so what do we think? I mean, we got that Legion. I saw that they were throwing some shade at Legion, but
they were throwing shade.
A good point.
I like the Legion pick here, actually. I think they have Ember Spirit and Legion Commander are great versus Terrorblade. I think this Lash pick is incredibly good, though. I do agree with Owen on that one. I do think that if you do have a situation where you're going to pick Legion, this is ideal, right? You've got AoE Wave Clear, you've got the Nuke versus the Terrorblade Illusions, you've got Great Save versus that Bane. Just see if you can actually apply the lane pressure, which you looks like you should be able to with an Undying too. So I don't mind it as much as Owen does, because Owen's a fool. But he is right about the Lesh. I love Lesh versus PL. I've been kind of saying that one for, years whenever I saw the PL. It is a great hero to kind of counter-pick that one. And we'll see what Wonder Kid can do. In Your Dream, this guy, he rarely loses on Phantom Lancer. Beast with that micro, but Monet also on this Terrorblade. Oh boy.
So what do we think here, though? Is it going to come down to one of those things where they just have to have a really good laning phase to kind of get this going? Because we saw what a Beast Day is, right? That Tinker, oh my God.
Yeah, so around 80 minutes in this game, we could be... I'm just kidding.
No. I love me some good Dota 2, but please... I'm not sure I can take another 80-minute game.
Let's see these lanes. So side lane should be okay. Ember versus Lesh in the mid lane, though. That does not sound fun for Ajit. He might need some assistance. I saw Stay dominate with the Lesh in the last time versus a Tinker. He did incredibly well. So that could happen again. Ember good versus Terrorblade. PL decent versus, pretty good versus Terrorblade as well, because you have ways to be able to remove that illusion, of course.
You going to aggro try down here again, or are they going to shift someone here?
I think we've been seeing this a lot, right? People you send the 3 to claim the bounty. But Legion versus TP, yeah, I don't mind this. You've only got 1 armor on Legion, but you have those nukes that can come into play, and he might have an Undying up with him. We'll see when they want to send to the top lane. Which one's it going to be? 5 seconds until we find out.
All right, let's count down. 5.
Oh, did I just hear an item get attacked? I definitely heard a Terrorblade attack. Did he kill something?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, well, I heard him attack something. Okay, no, I don't think there was an item killed.
No,
so it's going to be
it's
Phoenix.
cool. You're having a stroke
I
for
might
that
be.
game. Yeah,
it
you're
could
dying.
be possible.
Yep.
So Phoenix plus Legion Commander, I mean, they should be able to apply a decent amount of pressure up top versus that TB. Mid lane should be Lush favored pretty heavily versus this. Ajit has the slight to be able to try to outplay a bit here to dodge like stuns and dodge the spells, but Stay should have a pretty good time here.
All right.
First wave, though, he only gets 1 deny. The Ember actually gets the block all the way up on his high ground here. And bottom lane, Undying. Undying is the king versus Tiny. You actually can struggle so much. Tiny and Bane, you're going to get hit by double decays. You're just bound to, it's bound to happen. And Tiny in the mid game hates playing versus Undying because you walk in, you throw your combo, you want to be able to try to reset. If there's a Tombstone down, it's going to be a big problem. And speaking of Tombstone, we can look at this Tigers lineup, and they have a lot of chaos that can be started inside of the middle of the fights, right? Tombstone as well as Supernova, they only really have one hero that is ideal to be able to hit that until the later stages, like Terrorblade. CM, sure, when you get level 20 talent, you have that attack speed that can be nice, but yeah, can definitely be a problem as we see
This is fun just watching, just watch 1437 just run at 343. Oh, yikes. Yeah, Afu trying about, you know, that's the problem with Crystal Maiden, though. Her right click's really just not a big deal. You kind of really depend on that Crystal Nova to get as much of that harass off as possible. So just kind of chasing each other around the jungle for now, making some space. Nothing too wild here. Of course, doesn't have the greatest attack speed anyway, so having that extra Flame Spirit, like you just see her just kind of hold still. It becomes a little bit of a statue there.
Yeah. They're both just trading hits, trying to make sure they catch these waves. We see the Phoenix also making sure he can block the pull camp. This time, it will be able to spawn. Afu is able to push the Phoenix away from that. So as we say, like, these pulls are just incredibly important. And bottom lane, Tiny's getting some decent last hits for the start here, but we'll start to get zoned. So we do see Bane walk already between the towers, and he wants to be able to grab that creep wave so they can at least fix the equilibrium.
Yeah, those decay stacks really start to add up over time for sure. But
Ajit's doing very well right now. With this DRD rune, it could be the thing that turns the tide in this mid matchup too. He's already 12-1, but this will definitely help him get those secured denies.
yeah, it definitely doesn't feel super comfortable going up against Stay on that Disco Pony there.
Yeah, it's definitely a Lush favored matchup. But like you said, he's 12-12, still keeping up very nicely.
PL seems like he's having a pretty good time down here. He's being able to really, you know, have that support coming out from 1437 with the harass.
Yeah,
15-1 right now on him. Terrorblade is having a slightly better time, 16-3, but you know, could always catch up.
No one's getting left behind at all. Pretty much even across the board here in these 3 lanes.
And Moon getting a little pressure applied here.
Yep.
Try to mess with this pole over on the side.
Uses the nuke to secure the range creep. Doesn't let Afu get any type of shenanigan deny.
Easy. Oh, 3-4-3. They've got the Tombstone down, still chasing after the Bane. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anything off of it, though.
That's a very early point in the tomb. We usually see the point in the Soul Rip early for the threat because you get them low with your decay spam and then you're able to like lance and Soul Rip. It catches people off guard. I see Solo playing a lot. He never gets Tombstone early on because it doesn't help you much. It has such a long cooldown lane. Big nuke by the LC onto Monet as well as Crystal Maiden.
Monet's in for some trouble here. Needs to get away a little bit faster. Are they going to dive? Nope, they don't go for it.
Afu, don't do that. You see whenever you hit Legion Commander like that, you can proc the attack. Gotta be careful when he's chasing that Terrorblade. Mid, we see Lesh starting to get some more secured denies, a little bit more last hits, but I mean, Ajit's keeping up still pretty decently.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's completely been dominated the way that we thought it was possibly going to go, so.
Yeah, he's playing really well around it. Probably using the slight a couple of times we didn't get to see to dodge out those.
There's someone hanging out in the mid lane. 1437 just walks. So I think he had an invis possibly, and looks like Afu might be in for a little bit of trouble here. They land the spirits. There's going to be the Icarus dive. They've still got the vision on. I'm going to try to burn him down. Should be able to get that Crystal Maiden for the first blood. Now Moon Meander still trying to fight here with Monet. He's going to need a little bit more damage. There's going to be the TP coming out here from the Bane. Should be able to get that kill. Nightmare comes out. They just need a little bit more, and they just don't have it. So Monet going to be able to walk away from the engagement, but Moon Meander securing that first blood.
Force the reaction of the Bane now. So Tiny will start to get pressured a bit more. Tiny's doing still pretty good down bottom, getting a lot of last hits. I thought it would be impacted a little bit more from this Undying, but the way the creep manipulation was done by 343 on that Bane was very, very beneficial for SRF. As Bounty Rune spawning, who's going to get what?
Avalanche comes through, so Tiny going to be able to secure at least one Bounty Rune for himself, but of course 1437 will be able to grab the other one here.
And this time we do get to at least see how Ajit's keeping up, getting those constant slight dodges onto the stunts. But Stay is beating him now, and level 6 comes out. This is where the kill threat comes out. Oh, stun not.
Doesn't quite land that. Afu appreciating Zephyr here. Throws out a little bit of a tip.
That's where the
Gonna be able
denies.
to just go and grab himself that ward.
Mid, we see that's where the denies, of course, come into play. Lush hitting 6 before that Ember. I mean, just a couple more of those.
Still pretty neck and neck though here. Well,
It.
chains don't actually connect. Does have that remnant though. If he needs to zip out, he can do it, no problem. Do have a sleep though coming out over here onto the Phoenix. Might be in a little bit of trouble. Frostbite comes through. They go and just purge it off. Turn around, maybe get this kill over here on Afu. There's going to be the Icarus dive slowly burning down here. They've got that. Oh man, they got the Q, but just going to be able to go over, use that shrine, and be okay. Oh, Tombstone gets used in the mid lane. Oh, they're trying to get this kill. He tries to go for that split, but not going to be able to. And there's a nice cleanup kill here for Ajit.
Nice gank. The unexpected rotation from an Undying. And the level in the Tombstone does come into play there. That little bit of extra slow, at least.
Dane also making this rotation back down now to Wonderkid. It looks like they don't want to leave him alone for too long. They realize that threat of a PL that's having accelerated farm could be a huge problem.
Yep. They're not pressuring him nearly as much as the Tower Blade's getting pressured. TB did get a kill, though, as well. So 1K gold lead at the moment for Tigers. Lane's slightly playing out in their favor. I'm really impressed with the mid matchup in particular. How well Ajit's able to do.
I think Stays just running around in circles around this remnant, hoping that maybe Ajit will come back and he can land a split there.
Lush will be going for Yules first. He needs some type of protection to be able to remove the chains and all these different debuffs. Also to set up his own stuns, of course.
All right, they'll turn back around. They've got their attention over onto Bane. That's a lot of damage. Nightmare will buy them a little bit more time, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be a kill going over to the PL. There's a toss-up into the air here. This Undying, he's pretty tanky, and Afu actually makes a rotation. In comes the Phoenix as well. They really want to try to punish this rotation. So go ahead, they get that Frostbite off Afu, and for some trouble, so Rip's coming through. They just need a little bit more damage. Crystal Maiden, not long for this world. Can they get it? Yes, they can. That's a double kill. Zephyr now going to get tossed up into the air. He's still alive, though. Not for long, though. SRF does eventually find that kill, and it's actually got to be a little careful. The Undying sitting a bit low. Another Spirit Land's coming through here. SRF still running. They'll be able to dive back a little bit. One more hit should do the trick.
The tip.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Moon tips him before his teammate gets the kill there, and the Tombstone really coming into play. All right, 1-4-3-7. Crushing it there. Those zombies really building up.
I'm seeing a lot of this Undying lately, and it's very clear why.
Yeah, Legion Commander does die in the top lane during that whole exchange, but he's still farming well. He's still above that Tower Blade. Phantom Lancer getting much more out of the map, and after this first 8 minutes, it does seem like Tigers just a little bit more of a benefit from these lane setups.
Yeah, they've got another double damage run over on the Emperor. That's the second double damage, I believe. And like 343 just walks by, throws out a Nightmare because he can. A little love tap as well. You get a nice reward.
Where's Monet farming? Looks like, is he farming Ancients right now on the Tower Blade? It looks like he is. Yes. So the threat is happening now a bit here. Sure, he farms really fast in the jungle, but he can't really go top because Moon Meander, he has the duel now, and the damage from the overwhelming odds is. I almost said overwhelming, but yeah.
It's substantial.
It is a lot. Yeah, substantial. I like that better. Thank you.
It's all right. It's getting late. You know, we cast an 8-minute game.
No excuses.
It's fine. It's fine. We do have a Burb doing some scouting over here.
Yep, they're trying to get vision down. They're trying to invade the usual play versus the Tower Blade. When he leaves his safe lane, you know he's just jungling, so try to get some deep wards down to watch him. And they're gonna try to pressure this tower. So Tower Blade left the lane. Best thing to do instead of letting a support hero try to farm it is take the tower 3-4-3.
They have enough damage. Can they get in time? Oh, so close. He sees it. They get him in the well.
He does tick out. They don't get the urn charge though onto Zephyr because of that TP out.
Oh, still get the kill at least.
Yep.
Mr. Glass half empty over here.
What? They get the kill, but I mean, he used the urn to get the kill, and you don't, it feels bad.
I know.
It feels bad, right? You use the urn, you're like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, I'm just playing with you.
But they're able to pressure the tower, so this is a good move. Whenever you see TBs leave that, that's the best thing you can do is just take that tier 1 tower so you get more map control and more gold for your teammates.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. You get that little bit of extra gold. You're also going to be able to cut off some of that jungle, which is very, very important for this Terror Blade, right? Because he needs to have a place to farm. Bit of skirmish going to break out down here. They've got the Disco Pony hanging out over into side. Tiny going to get changed immediately, followed up with the Icarus side. The toss comes out, though. They should be able to get this kill over here. Disco Go running them down now. It looks like Ajit might be in for some trouble. He's going to try to run himself away. Does have a couple remnants. Will zip himself around. Phantom Lancer throwing out the lance. They don't have the vision on him, though, right now. He should be able to get himself out.
You know, I see teams prioritize bounty runes, but I don't think I've ever seen teams like this prioritize bounties. They actually, it's like everything stops. Everyone runs to them. They always set up like 3-man ganks positioned around it with these two teams. It's actually really fun.
Well, it's almost if you can prepare yourself and you know that they're not going to send a lot of people to them, it's almost a guaranteed kill every single time. So why not, you know, present yourself? Especially, I'm surprised too because you do have this Legion, right? Moon Meander, you know, I guess if she doesn't show on the map, you do get a bit suspicious and you need to be more careful. But that is the potential to get a duel every time that there's going to be a rune pop up.
Yeah. We see the wards looking at the wards that have been placed too, like all kind of positioned, not only around bounties, but they are placed very much so around those bounties a lot.
You know, I think our good friend Admiral Bulldog would agree that runes are very important.
They absolutely are. I always see emphasis, but these teams are, it's like every smoke play, every single early game like rotation is literally just like the runes. As a Blink Dagger is now finished already on Legion Commander. Like they're farming very well. It's still only a 1K lead.
So who do you pair up with now? Like, I guess you could take the Phoenix, obviously. You can get, you know, some stacks of those Decay, although I think you just leave 1437 down here, right?
Yeah,
if
Phoenix
you can get yourself a nice pick off, because Sunray, of course, is just, it's pretty substantial in terms of healing and also the damage that it can output. But
once he gets it, though.
Who's your target?
Once he gets it.
Once he gets it,
because you don't get it till later on now with the new way the Fire Spirits and Aether Dive work. But it still is a lot of damage they can punch out with this Phoenix early.
They're gonna go for the dive here over onto the Undying, throw up into the air. There's still a lot of people here. The Legion comes forward. She's looking. There's gonna be the egg. There's gonna be the duel. The Split Earth comes off though. Can they get this dual damage fast enough? It's not looking super great. They'll get it just in the nick of time, I believe, as they'll take him out here. A couple stacks of Decay. Rest of the team gonna try to run themselves back here.
Not the successful duel win, but they do get a kill, but Ajit also dies in the meanwhile.
It was so close.
Yeah, it was
so close. Oh, Blink going
Blink.
back. Nice. And there's going to be the buyback, actually. They want to try to contest it. Then comes Ember. He's looking for this opening. We'll try to go with that Remnant. Jumps forward. Oh, there's the Thunder coming off, though, over onto Terribly, but it's not going to be enough. There's just too much coming through. Will not save his life. And now it looks like 343 trying to run himself away. Moon's still there. Does not have that duel just yet. Still has about 11 seconds before it's going to come up, but they can still slaughter this guy pretty easily here. Yeah, there's going to be the chains, and they'll, you know, he'll hang out a little bit longer. Brain sap coming
2 seconds
through.
for duel.
They're going to just wait for it. Can they get at the tower? Can they get that?
He does get it.
Last second. Last second. Oh, that was close. Not bad at all.
Oh, man. I was like, man, he's
I
really making them work for it. They had like 14 seconds left on dual cooldown when they started chasing him, too.
Yeah.
But, yep, he buys the time to be able to get that off and stay. Stay dies, too. I think he does have the Yules finished up, though, now.
Yeah, just picked it up, actually, after that fight. We get the Hooded Defiance picked up over on the PL. Pretty standard pickup when you've got that much magic being tossed at your face.
Yeah, I think whenever you're playing versus like the quote-unquote counters, like the Leshrac, you want to be able to get this hood.
Yeah. All right. So what's the next play here? PL seems to be farming quite well. We've got Leshrac, too, also. And that top, as is the Terrorblade.
They can just keep looking for plays whenever they see like overcommitments, because they always have duel available. It's a very short cooldown.
That's true.
So the PL will be playing most of the farm game. The Ember, the Phoenix, as well as that Legion will be looking for Hunt, while on the side of RNG, they believe they have their tiny Blink Dagger also finished very, very soon, if not done already. So they can also do some Hunt plays with like the Tiny, the CM, or Tiny Leshrac. Just let the TB farm. They can play as like a 3 or 4 unit mostly on their side.
Now, if you're Afu, are you terrified to go anywhere on this map alone right now?
It definitely is very scary, yeah, the Crystal Maiden.
I mean, it's always scary to go anywhere on the map alone when you're a Crystal Maiden, but especially now that you know there is a blink on the Legion and that they're going to be actively hunting.
Okay, SRF still doesn't actually have it, so a bunch of small items. Looked like from his net worth, I thought he would, because he has 5K.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But I believe he just sold his Stout Shield, and he should have the blink finished up any moment now.
Nice regen rune picked up over here for Aji.
And there's the blink.
Okay, that's pretty scary too. You got to be careful that you don't get bursted down.
Yep. RNG, they want to threaten and take this bottom tower pretty soon, so Leshrac has been positioned down there, but they also don't want to lose their mid tower just yet either. They might actually look to just take a fight here, but they're not actually properly set up.
They're not going.
No.
It's just down. It's gone. Oh, drop the tomb. There's going to be the ultimate coming out here from the Undying. Yules comes out, though. Buys them some more time, but there's a zip forward coming out from Ajit again. They've got their eyes over here onto this pony. Will land a nice Split Earth, but there's going to be the Frostbite. It comes out immediately. They try to get that ultimate off of Crystal Maiden, but she's going to get dueled almost instantly, and they do get some more dual damage. 20 dual damage now down. There's going to be the tip coming out here. 2 for Afu. There's an Icarus dive, and that's another kill. So we lose 3 people on the side of RNG. We get the egg out, we get a duel, and some damage.
They split up their resources too much. I saw them setting up to look like they'd go for that tower push bottom, but then Lesh just gets ditched, and everyone else just runs away from him. They don't have the people set up to go for that, and Tigers identifies that. They have a ward placed in the lane, so they're like, okay, this Lesh is alone. 1-4-3-7 with no hesitation. Drops the tomb. They have easy, quick follow-up. 3K gold lead out for them. As 5 earn charges are also picked up on Zephyr, and he is actually going for a Veil build this game. You don't see it all the time, but when you're playing versus TB in the early games, they have a good amount of magic damage too. I do like this pickup. Can definitely be very nice with that Ember Spirit, who will probably go for like Maelstrom and stuff. So
Stay, he was getting a little greedy here immediately. There's going to be the Icarus dive. They're going to get the duel off. Flame Spirits get tossed out. That's some more dual damage. That's Mr. Moon Neander.
Ooh, that's going to be such a fast blade mail blink on this Legion commander. He can actually look for solo pickoffs all over the map now once he has that.
This is exactly how you need to be playing Legion if you're going to pick it up. You need to be winning that laning phase. You need to get a bunch of duels early. Uh-oh, Afu, what you doing down here, boo-boo? You better get out of here right now. Oh, they want that dual damage, but it's not up for another 30-something seconds at the time, so not going to get that. But they do find themselves an Ember Spirit, so that is a pretty good consolation prize.
Did you call him boo-boo?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I was just asking a question.
Right. Anyways, get that blade mail picked up now over on Moon Meander. So this is a huge threat.
Yeah.
Anytime you see someone on this map, you can bet that we're going to be seeing a duel as soon as humanly possible, most likely. Although we do have this tiny kind of walking around, does have himself an Invis rune. He's got a Blink Dagger as well.
They've got wards and sentries, though, so I do think they saw him for a moment as they're positioning themselves defensively. And during all this time, PL has been free farming, pretty much defusal finish, so he can actually start joining the fights with his team now, too. They have a lot of different ways to take these battles, while RNG, they're a little bit more worried about taking their straight-up engagements. We've seen Lesh stay time and time again now. He's so squishy.
I love that instant, like you see that Phoenix and Undying both purchase themselves a smoke. You know someone on the team was like, do we have a smoke? We should smoke. And just immediately supports, boop.
Yeah.
Picking it up.
It's probably Moon calling for it because he's the Lesh, or the Legion commander. That's usually the player that wants to be asking for it, the offlaner when you have your blink. So I actually see Stay chose the mana talent on the Lesh rack instead of the armor in this game. He already has a ton of mana, and he is desperately needing armor in these stages of the game versus like an Ember, versus a PL, versus a Legion. I mean, not versus the Ember, something, but versus PL and Legion. Not too sure I like that one because he already has an
Arcade. Do you think too, considering that it is a bit late there, right? And they've had a long day.
I don't know. It just in this type of game, like he really does. It's not easy to get these small little armor items because he's gonna get Shivas like way later down the road, but not having armor.
Oh, there's a jump forward. They're looking for this duel. They've got the blade mail 343. Yeah, he is just obliterated here. Followed up with a nice frostbite coming out. Oh, but those chains go out over onto 2 different people. And Crystal Maiden is in so much trouble. She's ticking down so quickly. Phoenix Egg does get used. We'll use it mostly as the zoning. Afu is not gonna live though. That last decay coming through will take out the Crystal Maiden. And there it is. There's the PL army as they just go rush at this tower. They will get the fort out though. So it looks like they will be able to hold off for just a little bit, but that was a really nice fight. Did manage to take out the Bane and, of course, Crystal Maiden, but they don't have that egg any longer.
Oop, they smoke. It is under a ward. But I mean, the thing is, the Tigers, they're setting the pace much quicker so far. They understand that RNG, they can't actually take too many of these fights because Terrorblade wants to still be farming. And SRF, it's been a slow start for this Tiny. He's still only 1-1 and 2. Has the Blink Dagger, but needs to start finding these pickoffs for his team.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I mean, we talked about a pickoff. There's a Phantom Lancer followed up with a Fiend's Grip and all that lovely nuke damage. They'll get a kill. So they heard you.
We call it and they do it. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
They have to slow down this PL. Uh-oh, Afu.
Oh, no. You cannot go anywhere and be safe because that is 66 dual damage at 19 minutes here, Fog.
Was the panel flaming Legion Commander? Because look at
yeah,
how much dual damage? 66 already, Owen?
I don't know. I thought I heard something. I don't think they were very happy about it, right? Yeah.
Moon's playing it really well. He had a very successful lane, and he's been finding opportunities for all these duels as the TP comes in.
Oh boy, oh Legion, this is not the place to TP into.
I cursed
this gets taken down. Although there is still this Ember Spirit. He's doing a lot of damage with those Searing Chains. Managed to take down 2 different heroes here. Monet also going to get wiped off the face of the earth here. And as Ember Spirit is on the chase, isn't going to be finding Not over there, but can he land any more? Oh, Afu coming forward, gonna do the dance of his people here. That's a lot of damage. Undying having some difficulty. Are they gonna be able to take him down? They do manage to find the kill over onto Stay, and Crystal Maiden sitting very, very low herself as she tries to run out. Does get that bounty rune though, so value. And now trying to just juke through these trees. It's not going to be enough. Afu gets taken down by another decay.
Oh, the tree toss doesn't... I don't think he actually could get in range to click on the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit also missed the slight change there, but because of the positioning of that Phoenix egg, they come out very beneficial. And 1-4-3-7, this is a 5 position Undying. Look at his farm. He's got a hood. He's got 5,000 net worth. He's 5-0-14. 19 of the 21 kills on Undying.
Having a good day.
He's really... Both these supports are dominating this game on the side of Tigers. 4-2-13 on the Phoenix, too. They've done great jobs of just solidifying the farm for their PL, for their Legion commander, and they're always in the right place at the right time.
You know, he's got a taste of that Lux life playing Lena here. Oh boy, oh, nice Nightmare immediately coming forward. They realize that there's got to be something here. Sunray will come out just in case. Just in case of any more issues. But they actually use the illusion to take off the Nightmare. I like that. And look at this. They're just ripping down vision left and right. I like it. I like it. Securing this up, making sure that they have no breathing room, kind of choking them out like we said.
That 5k gold lead is literally the 2 supports on the side of Tigers having that much more gold. They've been great, 21-8, keeping themselves very involved in another duel.
Oh boy, followed up with the Icarus Die, Flame Spirits.
Time after time.
Oh, there goes Afu, melted.
Time after time, all these duels for Moon. I'm losing my mind.
This is great. I think you should release a full album.
Monet has Lance and Manta, so he's keeping up with pace, but the momentum from Tigers really building up, finding kill after kill after kill, getting deep vision down. They are being pretty relentless to slow down RNG.
I mean, Tigers is really, really good about this, right? Usually whenever they get a good footing, they're going to make sure that they're constantly taking advantage. They're taking these objectives because that's kind of what happened in the other game, right? They kind of slowed down a little bit. They started taking a couple bad fights here and there, and then the you know, the enemy just got too strong for them. They weren't able to deal with it anymore. So as long as they stay proactive, like, the Yules, though.
Can they get it?
There's going to be the follow-up coming out here from the Ember. He lands the chains. He wants to get this duel off immediately. There it is.
102 at 22 minutes.
Oh, and they find themselves a little bit more there. They find themselves the Bane, Afu, trying to do whatever he can. Immediately cancels out that ultimate, though. And they'll thrust back here over here onto the Undying. He's still got so much decay. 12 stacks, actually. And now they're going to chase after this Terrorblade. They want him really badly. Moon sitting very low. Actually manages to take him down. There's going to be the Sunder coming through again. Sunray doing a decent amount of damage. They're still looking for this opening. Monet's just going to get taken down. Wonderful. He just finds that opening. Your kid, I don't know. This is looking like...
Tigers is dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just... Look how far, like these supports, 2,800 gold on Phoenix now. They're both level 14. They're always there for the fights every single time. And they're able to contribute so much more than a Bane and a Crystal Maiden who just keep dying. And the side of RNG, they're very squishy. The Leshrac dies incredibly fast. There's also a lot of ways to amplify on the side of Tigers. They've got the Undying Flesh Golem, which is making everyone do so much extra damage. And even that Veil with that Phoenix, every single time they collapse on a hero, they die. They just die. So
yeah, the Phoenix and the Legion combo is actually so incredibly good. So they get that victory here.
And look at this. We mentioned they don't really have the greatest ways to kill a tomb. They can focus it this time because it's positioned in it's positioned on the backlines. But look at this damage just coming out. The control as well. 1-4-3-7 survives. All these nukes coming into play there. Even if the Sunder comes out and Moon pays with his life, all this damage from these supports, and of course the PL being able to turn up to the fight. Looking real solid for Tigers.
How much decay actually went off during all that? Because just you see the Undying like walk away because he is sitting very low, but he turns back around. He gets a double decay on a couple people.
Yep.
You know, that's definitely paying off for him.
Yeah, the support play's been just phenomenal on Tigers. RNG, they've gotten a couple decent pickoffs, but their supports just can't have the same impact as these two. It's a Crystal Maiden and a Bane. It's just a lot harder for them to actually just walk in. I mean, Phoenix, he's got like his own way to protect himself. He's also just a lot tankier in general. Same thing with the Undying. And they've just made better and faster moves with Moon Meander in particular. Like Moon, in compared to the Tiny, he's finding pick-off after pick-off after pick-off. The Tiny's just not able to do the same thing because of the way Tigers is setting the pace.
It's very scary too because anytime Afu shows his face on this map, It feels like there's going to be a Legion commander there, or, you know, Afu tries to help, tries to get that ultimate off because it is a nice AoE, but the problem is it just immediately gets canceled out, or just there's just too much damage being thrown at that poor Crystal Man's face. Yeah, they take this Roche. It's like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, I mean, Undying Flesh Golem, the amplification helps quite a lot, PL Army too. And I was just saying, geez, like, it's a 9K gold lead, but I saw that experience lead. The support's so high level, it's over a 15,000 experience lead for Tigers already.
Find someone? No, we found ourselves a Tiny. Nice avalanche coming through. We'll slow them down a little bit. Sunray comes out. Do they have the detection, though? That's the question. I don't know. They're looking for him, but I don't think they have it at this time.
They didn't know he had the Shadow Blade just yet. They had the one Sentry Ward down, but yeah, he's able to... I almost said scurry again. He almost...
I don't think Tiny scurries.
He scurried.
I don't think Tiny scurries.
He waltzed away.
He waltzed away. All right, this makes him into a glassy rock, you know?
Yeah.
A geode, I guess.
Well, yeah, I like that. So Stay does have the Bloodstone and the Eels, but he's still, like we said, kind of squishy. He gets the talent. I believe that's the... Did he take... He took the strike talent on... right? Not the movement speed? Yeah, he takes the strike talent.
They've got their eyes over here on this Bane, because in comes Ajit. Slides through that creep wave like no one's business. Nightmare gets thrown out over on Burp, taking a little bit of a nap. And Moon feels like he's hungry. He's looking for another duel.
Yep. Almost a pipe finished on this quote-unquote position 5 Undying, who is 5,600 net worth, catching up to a Tiny. Pipe, incredibly good item in this game versus that Lesh.
Uh-oh.
SRF, can he get a pick off?
Yeah, he can. He finds
it.
Nice.
They really need that. He hasn't been able to find too many on this Tiny in this game.
Sunray's going to come out, though. They've got their eyes over here. They really want to get a duel. Actually going to get the egg off. They can't quite find him here through the trees. So it is a little bit of a wasted egg. That's a pretty good deal here coming out for RNG. Don't have to worry about that. Manta does get picked up, though. Okay.
They're setting up. He's invis. That's a full Shiva's on Phoenix.
That is a full Shiva's on Phoenix. Like you said, there. Oh, that duel. Oof. Don't have to worry about getting nightmared if you're the one that's grabbing them. There's going to be the toss coming through as well. There's so much damage. They're going to be able to hold up on that Phoenix just a little bit longer. That Sunray doing so much work. Zephyr actually still alive. He needs to be careful if he's going to fall to stay. Won't fall to stay, but they get another kill. 1437. He's cleaning up.
I mean, these supports are insane.
That's a lot of gold that just got taken off for Zephyr as well.
1,000 gold for a Phoenix. I mean,
this is a wealthy Phoenix. He's got a Shiva's Guard at 27 minutes.
I cannot believe how farmed they are on these supports. Like Veil, Shiva's, that's a core.
Yeah.
That's definitely. I mean, he's past Moon Meander in the net worth. And look at 1437 too. Level 17 Undying. This hero doesn't have an XP talent.
Tombstone on death too. Super good during these fights. Should he fall?
Should he fall?
Should he fall? He is literally known as the Undying.
6-0 and 18.
Mr. Dirge over there.
I like the talent choices on the Ember this game too. He's playing versus high magic damage, so takes the absorption. And since he takes the absorption, he takes the Flame Guard DPS. Usually you see the Searing Chains +1 get picked up because it's such a long lockdown. But he wants to be playing around his magic damage mostly since they went for the Veil build. They're playing versus Terrorblade too.
So we still have the Aegis up and running. I believe it's on the PL as well.
Yeah, he's farmed.
So what's the play? Because they've gotten all the outer towers at this point, right?
Yeah, forcing high ground it's still a bit challenging. They have to
maybe
get
they
like,
can get a duel.
Yeah, they have to get a big pick off into some type of tower.
Looks like we're gonna see a big duel coming up here.
Yeah, they don't have any vision that they have to play around. So this is also a warding expedition.
I do like the sentry placed down. Just you know, prepping.
Cover the usual suspect spots, right? Cover the one near your outside of your base. Cover your high ground as well. But now it looks like they might try to put a base ward down and they go for a dive.
They're looking, yeah. There's immediately Nightmare comes out. The Legion 2 is looking for that duel. We'll find it immediately, taking them down. That Blade Mail doing a lot of damage here. The Crystal Maiden can't go anywhere near this. You look at this Tiny. He's looking longingly like, please don't hurt my home. But he just can't find that opening just yet. It's too scary. They've got so much that they can throw over here. There's a Tombstone getting thrown down. Crystal Maiden trying her best. Does have that Glimmer Cape now. Gonna be able to stay alive a little bit longer. But again, SRF, he's in for so much trouble. They're gonna just take him down. They do manage to take out 1437 with that toss, but it will actually lose the Tiny. Tiny gonna have to buy back right now. Bane's going to be up in a second. Can they finish off this tower? It's looking like they should be able to get a little bit more damage. There it is, taken down. That's going to open up the shrines. Oh, stay. What you doing here, buddy? It's like Wonderkid might be in for a little bit of trouble. They do have that Glimmer Cape. There's going to be the swoop in coming from the Phoenix using the Icarus dive. There's going to be Slight. Holds 2 people into place. Do they really want to go there, though? I don't know. It's a little risky right now, Fogged.
They have the Undying who bought back, so they're waiting for 1437 to come back into this. They still do have the Aegis, right, for a little bit more time.
A little bit longer.
Not much more time, 17 more seconds.
They do get the PKB picked up over here on the left track, but there's still a lot of damage that he has to watch out for. There's the again. They're looking. They get the duel up. He's going to try to run after, but they do have that Nightmare. There's a Sunray coming through. It's not going to be enough, and they're actually going to be able to take down Moon Meander here, and now the Fiend's Grip gets thrown out over onto Zephyr. This is a little bit of a problem here. 1437, he just bought back. He's already dead to stay, and now it looks like, can they finish up over here? No, they'll be able to keep him alive. 3-4-13 trying to run himself away. This is just a Phantom Lancer gone wild here in this base. The toss comes out, trying to buy again some more space. There's going to be Slight coming through. Oh no, Afu, you are just barely going to be able to make it out. I thought you were a goner for sure. Stay trying to run. There's just so many zombies running after that booty right now, but
the Manta from Monet causes just havoc because Moon doesn't get the initial duel off because of that Manta usage. He gets put into a position where he overcommits. CM ult gets off perfectly, and the Bane gets the Fiend's Grip on the Phoenix when he's like diving forward before he's able to get the egg off.
So a
good hold. Yeah, good hold by RNG.
Think about how much differently that could have gone if they got the egg off.
Yeah, if he's able to get the egg off in the backlines, or if they get the initial duel, it could be a completely different scenario. And we're mentioning Undying. He dies twice back to back.
Yeah, I cursed him. Cassie's cursed him. It happens. Oh, look at this. Ooh, they do have that sentry, though. We'll be able to go land those chains over there and get out.
Sei has actually been able to farm very nicely all the way up to level 22. So that post-Nova damage is starting to come into play versus those PL illusions. And like you mentioned, he has BKB. So he doesn't have to worry too much about like getting controlled. And the physical damage is still a bit low. PL does a high amount, so does the Legion Commander. But being able to get those, like get into position to get on top of that lash is still a bit difficult.
Yeah, he has been situating himself pretty far back here, but if they can manage to find an opening, again, this keeps happening with Stay, right? Because he had that Tinker in the last game where it was almost near impossible to find the opening to get to him. But we do have a Legion Commander, she does have a Blink, so if they can find the opening, and if they can make sure that Bane can't interrupt that duel, that's kind of your opening in your door for your pick-off potential there.
Yeah. Lesh now also, once you get Shiva's, it's going to be really tough to bring down Stay.
There's someone up there. Is that who I think it is? It is an Afu. All right, where's the duel? All right, no duel. Oh, she's over there. Yeah, sorry. I thought that I heard the horns and I figured that she was fairly close, but no. Moon Meander, come on. Efficiency. Maybe so much more damage.
Okay. They're trying to press the issue here, force people back.
Well, they're doing it pretty well, all right? Crystal Maiden buying back into that game. 22 minutes in here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And since they get the buyback, at least they're going to back up, reset, get some more farm. Still a 7k gold lead. It's mostly on those supports, as we've been mentioning, on the side of Tigers. Moon, after having that very successful start, he has died a couple times now.
Trying to put some damage here on this bomb tower. Unhealable damage.
Unhealable. Tiny also one of those big bruisers. Just a couple hits on the tower really starts to chunk it down. And he does have Echo Saber.
Okay, we got a heart on our Phantom Lancer. We got a BKB on our Legion, and we've got a gem over here on Phoenix. My goodness.
Yep. Level 18 as well too, so if he does get that egg off, it's going to be very tough for them to kill it. If it's not in if it's in a bad position, the Terrorblade can still look to bring it down. But a lot more hits that they are required as they're smoked up. RNG feeling pretty strong right now.
Check out the Roche Pit.
Bit of a long respawn.
They're doing this thing where they run around in circles again. Like they can't figure out exactly where they want to go, what they want to do.
They don't see anyone on the map, but they want to go for a smoke because they've got all 3 lanes pushed out.
Yeah, no, I understand that for sure, but
it's just hard to find somebody. Don't want to walk up into any like suspectful high grounds either.
Right. You managed to get a D ward here. We get a D ward on a D ward.
PL with that heart though is at that point where it can be quite tough to bring him down, but they have a Lash who is quite farmed now and almost has the Shiva's Guard finished up for that protection. So lacking armor won't be the case anymore for that Lash soon. Still a bit away, about 1,600 more.
All right, TP's going out. They're just going to turn their attention to the shrine. Try to remove some of those entry points here on the map.
Look at all the sentry placement by RNG too. They've made sure that there's not really any vision in their base. They're trying their best to take out the wards, but there's also sneaky wards coming out on the side of Tigers. We see the one on that one's not so sneaky, but the one on the top side, all the way above the racks. Yeah, that one.
I like that.
Get some vision onto the high ground.
It's
going to be dying soon though, but it is a very clever ward that you don't see too often.
I do like the little bit of split pushing that we're seeing coming out here from this Tiny. He's constantly trying to push this wave in. He's put a decent amount of damage on the tier 3 bottom.
Definitely a threat. No TP scroll on Moon Meander right now.
I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing, because you know that Tiny keeps going down there. Maybe, you know, send the Legion down, wait for an opportunity to try to get a duel in.
Maybe get at least like one ward in on that area, because you know that he
Yeah.
keeps going down there. If you can at least keep tabs of him, then you can maybe get the wraparound on him.
They're really moving as like a herd now on the side of RNG.
Yeah. They're very strong. If they have their Lash and their TB, they can definitely take these fights versus Tigers. Roche does respawn. It gets spotted by the TB illusion. And we do see, of course, I think, did Crystal made it? Never mind. I think she has the GPM talent now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we will see Afu's net worth start to climb quite quickly and catch up to those supports on the side of Tigers.
That's definitely a good thing here.
Yep.
They're going to go in for this Roche, though. They keep sending in these illusions as well to keep tabs. They don't want to just let it go, but they will put some pressure on the bottom lane, trying to force them home. They have the meta up and running. I'm not sure if they want to necessarily commit it right now. You see a lot of these TPs coming through. They're hoping to maybe grab him. But there's the Icarus dive coming through. Shiva says, well, do manage to land a couple of those
Oh,
spirits.
BKB used by Moon.
That's a yikes.
I think that's the first one, too.
Yeah, that's the full 10-second BKB.
Rough.
Game is hard.
They wanted to try to catch something there, but yeah, weren't quite able to. 8K gold lead, but it's stagnated for a bit. 35-16, but RNG are definitely showing that they can definitely.
Oh, they're showing a
take these
lot
fights.
here. Oof. That ward giving them a lot of information. So what's the plan here? Because I know RNG, they want this to go later. They want to get this this TB really online, but
Just getting to that point where it's a lot about the initiations. Whoever can get the first catch out.
oh, if they could get stay here.
He's got plate mail. He's
Well, immediately, look at that. They know that they're nearby. They see that ward immediately. Look at that Delta split. Everybody out of the pool. Get out of here.
And Tiny continues to threaten bottom. So every single time, it's double catapults coming in now too. Every time that Tigers are trying to set up for a play here, SRF just immediately runs down to bottom. And like we said, Tiny, he hits buildings pretty damn hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you see the rotation coming out again from the Ember. He does have a solution each time. Does have to be careful that SRF doesn't, you know, get a little too zealous here and try to jump on him. But he also doesn't know where the rest of the squad is. And Legion trying to solo this Roche right now.
It's gonna be pretty hard.
Yep.
Definitely need some help.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Jump forward, the stun.
Oh, the split. There's the oh, they take him down.
Nice.
No more Aju here. There's going to be the Phantom Lancer coming through. He's got his eyes over here onto the Tiny. Does have the Diffusal Blade. There's going to be the swoop coming forward, followed up with the duel. There's going to be some nice Sunray damage. Another one coming out here for Moon Meander.
164 now. He actually finally got another one. It had been a bit.
It has been a
gone.
while, yes.
Yeah. Able to get that though. So trade kills. Tiny dead for quite a long time, 90 seconds.
Does have buyback.
Yep.
Lord knows we've seen enough buybacks in this past series.
We sure have. And this one, you know, last one was a doozy. This one could definitely shape up to be the same thing, as people are already starting to hit level 24, level 20, all over the place. Yay. I mean, it's going to be, the team fights are going to start getting really crazy with the reflections, with double tombstones going to coming into play too, supernova, illusion on illusion action.
I do have an Ember Spirit. He is not alive right now, but should be able to clear out some of these illusions anyways, but...
Yeah, and he's itemized as like pretty defensively. He hasn't actually gone for like a Maelstrom or any type of damage build. He's gone for like the Yules, the Lincolns as well in that Ember.
I'm liking these Lincolns. Because you just don't want to let them get... So is it the Leshret that has the Lincolns as well now?
No, just the Terrible.
No, I thought I saw another Lincolns. Oh, it's
on the
Ember. It's on the
yeah.
Ember. That's true. That would make sense.
Yeah, let's just
I heard one pop earlier. I feel like still Stay is your #1 target if you can try to grab him, right?
Oh, definitely.
This guy's just super elusive, very good positioning, very quick.
He's the way that runes. Almost said runes. It's the way that RNG. The Leshrac is the big thing that counters the PL. So they wanted to be able to take him out of the fight so that In Your Dream can go to town, as they will find space to be able to get this Roche. So Aegis and Cheese going their way. Cheese.
Pick it up, boys.
That illusion was running in dangerously close.
Yep.
Undying hits level 20. The talent that we love so much. +6 tombstone attacks. So that's also going to be another thing we have to watch for. His 13 attacks to destroy, of course. And also an egg, which also takes quite a lot of attacks too.
Yeah, I wonder what the next item's going to be for the Phoenix.
With his team,
does he go like,
you know,
you want to go Ags?
If
and
he
like
goes Ags
extra...
and he saves Undying, and then Undying dies, he can throw out 3 tombstones. And then when he hits 25, he can throw out a 4th tombstone.
Oh my god.
The Prophecy. And then if they get a Refresher Shard, he can now throw out another tombstone.
Just tombstones everywhere. Turn this whole thing into a graveyard. Sounds good. Let's do it.
You know, they were talking about spooky skeletons, spooky
zombies. Go full on Walking Dead in here.
It's almost Halloween, right? What time is it? Have we hit?
I don't know. How many days has it been, Fox?
Wait, where the hell is my...
It's 10:52.
It's 10:52. All right, we're getting close to the spooky zombie time.
We're getting close, yeah. We'll get some thriller up in here.
So next item of choice on Ember, going for Maelstrom, wants some damage. He went super defensive items this game. So.
Well, you got plenty of damage on this Phantom Lancer too. He's got that Butterfly up and running. He's got the Heart. He's got the Fusel.
This is a good moment of time for Tigers since they have that Aegis and Cheese. They can like do that same similar suffocation method, get like an increased amount of farm. And when they're doing this, getting this like split push going 2 on the sides, that's where the Legion Commander really comes into play to look for those dual positions.
How do you, I guess you got to just be very, very patient, right? And wait for someone to either misstep out of the base or somehow get like some high ground vision and go in for the duel and just find that perfect opening. Because like it's hard, right? When you be, okay, yeah, what's going on over here? Looks like 1437 is having a little difficulty.
Some illusions, looks like they got sent on him. That was actually a meta usage.
That's a meta.
Yeah, okay, so Monet tried to commit forward with the meta usage to kill the Undying, but now there's no meta. We could see
that's
Tigers.
Actually really big.
Yeah, Tigers could re-engage in like, what, 20 seconds or 25 seconds? Definitely look for a fight. And they're looking to itemize soon, too, to be able to break that Lincoln. So Halberd is finished up on Legion Commander, so he can Halberd and then go for the duels onto that Terrorblade. Gem gets given away. He switches the Halberd in, so he's ready looking for a pickoff.
All right.
This is their time. When meta goes down, can they find an opportunity? They're making sure all 3 lanes are pushed in heavily. Ajit pushing up top, mid's pushed in, bottom's pushed.
SRF, though.
He's lurking.
But he's not with the rest of his crew, too, so that could be a really big deal. It's going to be hard to, like, pin down Aji, right? Like, if he gets even the tiniest notion that he's being hunted.
He's on split push duty. He has been for quite a long time. He's going to just keep trying to nuke these waves out. So at least have 1 lane of momentum pushing up.
Here's a jump forward. They found themselves that Terrorblade. We'll get some decay down. Drops that Tombstone. We'll put a little bit. There's going to be the duel coming out, but there's going to be immediately the Nightmare followed up. Lots of damage getting through, though. That should be a duel coming out here, and it is going to be a kill over onto Stay. Does have buyback. There's going to be the egg popping over here in the background, and it looks like Monet has his own BKB. He's going to be trying to just move himself away. Tiny jumping forward here. There's going to be the toss-up. Tosses back that Legion Commander. Moonmeander eats the cheese. He's just getting shredded, though, right now. They've got the Fiend's Grip, and now in the middle of everything is this Phantom Lancer, but there's so much damage coming out from Alpha because they have nothing to cancel it out right now. Wonder Kid might actually fall here. He's trying really, really hard. He's going to try to doppel. We'll be able to get just a little bit further. Sunray coming through. BKB gets picked up. They've got so many buybacks coming out. Stay wants to finish this up. 1437 wants to finish this up as well. They want to make sure that they keep this base. They don't want to lose anything else right now. They have to wait for their Undying, though.
PL survives with what? Like a fraction of HP, keeps the Aegis going.
Oh my god.
That's super important. The egg was very weird by Zephyr in that fight. I think he wanted to like protect the Tombstone, but it was so far back it actually doesn't connect with anybody there. Monet had to commit his whole BKB to kill it. And that was them without meta there. But they force a buyback, at least on the last strike, the important one.
Yeah, they don't have Moonmeander here either. And he ate his cheese.
Yeah, he got thrown back.
I mean, SRF, he's been very good about a lot of these initiations and just moving about, finding those openings.
What's Zephyr gonna buy? He had 6,000 gold. Does he just buy Radiance now full up? So much gold on this Phoenix. Let's see.
No, he's gonna go with the Axe.
It's the Axe. All right, so we were right with our initial one. The Prophecy. It's just a great.
It's begun.
Yeah, it's begun. It's a great saving mechanic, of course. Always, if you're able to get a good positioning.
As long as you can land those, and the Fire Spirits and all that stuff. Because there's nothing worse than getting your core killed along with you in an egg.
Yeah, if he gets 25, getting the egg killed is super difficult. What is it? It's like 15 hits or something.
It's something ridiculous. Yeah.
How many is it? 16, I believe. Right? I don't think I'm wrong. Yeah, 16. I got that question wrong the other day. Someone asked me, and I thought it was 15, and then I forgot about it. It's +3.
Double damage rune here at the bottom spot. His Jeet will take that very happily.
Okay, he doesn't actually even finish up Maelstrom on Ember. He's just going to go for Octarine now, since it gets to these later stages. All right. He's dealing enough damage just with his magic damage. I guess he feels he just wants to survive as long as possible.
Gonna be the name of the game here.
They do have a lot of damage coming into play from the PL, from Legion, from all the magic damage from Phoenix too. So we're gonna see this one again. We see Zephyr in the back, throws the egg. Look how far out. You can't even see it on the screen all the way on that left side. They get a successful duel. They get the kill, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that egg.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very, very far here.
Radiant's top tower is under
Full position, we see the buyback, of course, from Leshrac as he walks into play. The toss back onto Moon in a tough spot, gets Fiend's gripped, gets brought down. And Wonder Kid, look at how low.
He's so low. They almost managed to get him in that last second using that doppel.
130 HP. Yeah, you're able to use actually the Phantom Rush to kind of like charge the creep and then use that doppel after, which is very clever and good use by your Dreamers. Bounty Runes claim.
Oh, they have their eyes over here onto the Tiny. They tried to throw out the Nightmare. They do manage to get it, so they won't get the dual damage, but I'm pretty sure this is still a very dead SRF. Yeah, there he is. Tip comes out. There is no buyback on this Tiny now. This could be the opening that they're looking for.
It's the shortest duel in the world when you duel Tiny. That status resist.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Oh, Butterfly does get picked up over onto this Terrorblade, so it's getting stronger in power here, but...
Pretty significant now that Tiny does not have buyback, and I mean, Legion Commander has 190 duel damage. He didn't get that one successful, but this is still... He's got plus 261.
Yeah.
He's still always going to be a right-clicking force, and the scary thing about Legion is not even just right-clicking force on heroes, it's buildings. They can get to a point where he just 3 shots for axes.
Unlimited scaling.
Unlimited scaling indeed.
All right, yeah, look at these pings coming out. They're like, all right, we gotta hold. We don't have our Tiny. Watch out for Moon Meander. Remember that you've got a Lincoln's over here too, Moon. Handing out over on Mr. Terrorblade. Not gonna be a super easy. Yeah, there it is. There's Reflection getting used immediately though. They go throughout the chains. We'll send over some of those illusions just to start chipping away over here in the base. Moon sitting very patiently back Afu. He's got the Glimmer Cape on him already, but not sure what he's hoping to quite do with that. Throws out, you know, a little bit of that Crystal Nova, trying to do whatever a Crystal Maiden can do against this gigantic threat.
Now
with coming out here with Moon.
With PL25, you can keep removing the reflection every single time with that low cooldown doppel, and they claim the racks when that Tiny's dead.
And just walk away, no problem here. You see that stays up and running. Uses that Shivas to try to clear out a little bit, but it is starting to get more and more difficult for him.
Yeah, this is where like the PL is excellent to play versus TB. Like, sure, TB is a beast of a hero late game, but having that low cooldown doppel, you're always able to remove that obnoxious reflection.
Yeah, we've also got
so much gold.
And so many people have already bought back too. Like the only person that has the buyback is Chris Maiden. What's she really gonna do if she buys back?
Yep.
During this situation.
So it's a 17,000 gold lead right now for Tigers, but I think most of that gold is actually just sitting in people's backpacks. I saw what, 9,000 on PL, 4,000 on Phoenix. So yeah, let's do math right now. That's what?
I don't want to do
14,000 plus that 16,700. It's actually more. It's 18,000 or so about on their heroes.
Okay. So
they probably want to be able to pick up and spend some of that money before they look for an engagement. What is PL going for? So it's going to be Bloodthorn. He still has a hood, so definitely has an easy item slot to replace.
Lincoln does get picked up over on Stay now, so it's not going to be as easy of a target to get jumped on, especially, you know, you're not going to have to worry about that steering chains. But if they do manage to pop it, that's the opening for Moon. Jump in there and get work done.
They can also throw the double Lincolns too now, so Moon actually can't have the option to just get the duel for himself. Someone else has to break the secondary Lincolns.
I mean, you make enough chaos in these fights when you have like a billion tombstones too, you know, things will get a little wacky.
Speaking of a billion tombstones, it's the third Roche. The refresher shard.
It's happening.
I love Slacks for that. That was totally him. I'm not claiming credit for it. So watching Slacks in one of his videos, he had like 4 tombstones down. He's just yelling the problem. Roche dies incredibly fast. That amplification aura from Flesh Golem is enough for them to get
Oh boy, Monet, he's just jumping into all of this. There's going to be a nice dive coming out here from the Phoenix. BKBs are getting popped left and right here. Monet and of course Stay. There's going to be a nice egg coming through. Tiny, he's trying to cut it down as fast as he can. Can he do it? There's just so many illusions flying out. There's a godlike coming out. They take out RNG. They've taken out Zephyr though. They're going to buy back immediately on 343. Now it looks like it's going to be really bad here. Can they get it? They get the duel up over onto Monet. They'll get the kill. The buyback comes out immediately. Sunray coming out, just keeping people alive a little bit longer. Stay. Oh, he's in so much trouble. He's trying to dance his way out of this, but it's not looking good right now. There is a Bane still standing nearby. Going to be able to go use that Brain Sap, and he's still going, but 343 might actually fall again. There might be a dieback. There's going to be a nice Split Earth getting used, though, over here onto Moon Meander. They'll go ahead. They'll pop another Lincoln's here. And Wonder Kid, he's still alive. He's going to be able to get popped down, though, using that Aegis, he's coming right back up again. Ajit, though, he's in so much trouble. He needs a little help from his friends. There's the Sunray coming through. Do manage to take him down. There's going to be the buyback, though. Immediately, Monet trying to run himself out. The Tiny's going to get held in place using those searing chains. Yules comes out. They're trying to just grab it. If they can get this kill over onto Monet, this is going to be huge. Can they do it? A little bit more damage. There it is. He's godlike. And the rest of the team, they don't have buyback. The only person alive is this Tiny. They've got a Bloodthorn online now for this Phantom Lancer. They're done. They want to go home. They're just going right for those tier 4s, and there's the GG.
That fight, you know, they kill the Phoenix egg, but the amount of time they have to spend killing it pretty much gets all of them killed. Monet's Lincoln's gets broken, he gets dueled, he's forced to buy back, and then it's a Terrorblade without meta, and the number advantage is definitely the support combo. Theban and Zephyr went absolutely out of control this game. It was a treat to watch this Undying. It's usually not like this flashy stuff from the phase, and led it into the mid game with them with such a lead. That was great.
I mean, you looked at them, they had so much net worth on both of those heroes. You got Shiva's guard fairly early over onto that Phoenix. You just had so much of the full Hill of Defiance over on your Undying. Yeah, just great play coming out from the side of Tigers. And you know what? I'm a believer in Meander on that Legion commander.
It was a great game for the Legion. Like, he had a super successful laning phase versus a Terrorblade. Gets several duels. Definitely had a much better game than the Tiny on the opposing side. And yeah, that was really excellent, honestly. That was a really exciting game, really exciting series. We had a 90-minute game followed by like a 50-minute game of PL versus Terrorblade. People are probably sick of seeing it, but at least we got some good battling and some good support play, right?
Right, absolutely.
So, all right, that's done with us. That's a 3-game series, first one of the day, and the last game of the day, as we're going to be going back to the panel.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Fog and Moxie. That is indeed the game. Game is over. Tigers won. We jinxed the heck out of this series, by the way.
I mean, who could have predicted that Legion would do so well? I mean, she blew up. Legion.
She did.
What the heck? What are you doing like that, Legion? Come on. Give me a break over here.
We shouldn't have gone against the old Wonder Kid PL. I think that was our mistake. And I said it, didn't I?
What'd you say?
At the start, I told them. They picked the PL second. They
went against yourself.
I went against myself.
Very confusing.
I was on the wrong timeline.
Gotta say, the Bearstein Bears up here.
Team Bears?
What?
Who's Team Bears?
Nothing. Leshrac didn't perform
the
as I thought.
Team Bears, yes.
Yeah.
But it's actually the Berenstein Bears.
Let's not get into it.
Okay.
Leshrac didn't perform as much as I thought. I was really hoping out for that Leshrac to be coming in with a magical damage. Didn't get the start. What do you know? Got the finish after that bad start, though.
All right, well, you're talking about Legion Commander.
Yeah. Oh!
Guess who we have outside of our studio?
Poppy?
Thomas.
King RD.
Thomas, please play a Mr. Moon in. Assuming he was ready to go. We were hoping for that. Come on in. Into our little studio. Yeah. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Congratulations, sir.
Sit down.
Sit on down. Oh, that couch is getting a lot of extra Dota knowledge. It's like quadruple or something. Thank you for being here to help us analyze that series, because you know, I'm not going to keep you too long because it's been a long day and it was a long series as well. Can you talk us through that series for you guys? How it was a crazy series from our point of view. I can only imagine what it's like for you guys.
Yeah, playing against Chinese teams requires a certain amount of finesse. They have a lot of discipline. And their lineups always like either swing towards too greedy or just greedy enough to beat you. And game 2 I felt was like the latter, was just greedy enough just to beat us. We didn't really have an answer for Tinker, and it was just like an 85-minute Arc Warner versus Terrorblade. Like, I played those pop games too, and just like, oh my god, dude. I was playing a scaling hero. I felt bad for that Clockwork player because he had like nothing for like 30 minutes. I was like, damn, I know that feel. But they played well, and eventually they whittled us down 85 minutes later. And game 3, I was like, we should switch up our game plan. We just pick a little bit greedier, and then scale, buy greedy items, and then let's see how it goes from there.
Yeah, seemed to work out pretty well. Now, before that series started, Shiver was talking mad jazz about that Legion Commander. So there's no way it could work. Terrible pick. How did that one work out so well?
I mean, she's right, honestly, because like most of the time, I was like always saying like, this hero is so garbage. Don't pick it from me. Don't pick it from me. But I was like, this is a very special case because after what happened game 2, it's like Tinker and all this. I'm like, dude, they're just gonna play so slow. Just give me something even slower.
Yeah.
And this, they're gonna pick this hard carry guy, and then I just felt Legion was the pick. I just inside me, my inner Dota instinct.
Mind games, incredible.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, what do you got? Anything for us, buddy?
You're sort of in those games like game 2, where you're sort of at the 80-minute mark and things are still going on. I mean, in that game, did you always feel like you were fighting a losing battle against this Tinker Terrorblade, or do you feel if you sort of went back and sort of played that sort of post 60 minutes again, there was definitely sort of opportunities that you guys had to close the game, but mistakes were made?
Yeah, I felt like if we replayed that game again, we definitely would have won. I think our itemization on me and Bloodseeker was really poor. I went like Shadowblade because I had a wrong read on the game. And I went damage, 90 damage over 300 HP, which is really bad too. Was a wrong read on the game. And I realized like if I just build like Pipe earlier and my Bloodseeker just build like Blade Mail BKB, if they try to fight us, they'll feed. But because in the mid game, we're up like 7k gold at 10 minutes, something like that. But I felt like we had to stop fighting because this Clockwork, whoever he hooks just dies. And then if he gets hooked and then we force stuff out, I'm like, that's not really like good. We need to be able to hook into us and we fight them straight on. So yeah, I think we still had them that game because Tinker Terrible honestly is really slow.
Yeah.
It's like really greedy.
Well, if you're gonna have a 90-minute game, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. Just throw the Alchemist in there.
Yeah, exactly. We have a drawing board as well. We have a replay. It's, I believe, the final Roche fight. We're going to be Slacks and Owen drawing, because that works again. And Moon, if you can give us some insight on what's happening here, that would be awesome.
All right, well, here we are in the front of the Roche pit where we just got it down, I believe. Right over here. So let's draw it out and see what happens. Take us through this one. Now, this is the big moment where everybody, you know, BKB's pop. They want to push uphill on you guys. Everyone's running away. But it's that egg. This freaking egg. Look how many hits this takes. They are just committing everything they have. Meanwhile, they did everything. They got the egg, but now what do you do? PL coming in on the back now, chasing out the Terrorblade. What are you guys thinking right now? How do you know that this is time to go?
They use everything to kill the egg, all their BKBs. So it's something like once you have BKBs, you can never get it back. But lives, late game, you can always get it back with buybacks. So like we knew Phoenix had buyback because everyone's saying with buyback. They overcommitted to kill the Phoenix, and I had to actually pop my refresher to break the Lincolns off the Terrorblade to duo him there.
Wow. Well, it worked. Buybacks came out. You guys pushed up. You killed everybody. Moved in. A nice deny there by the Leshrac, but that ain't good enough. And you guys just went absolutely ham on them. That was great. Right here, this looked a little dangerous.
Yeah, we're screaming, kill Terrorblade, guys. No, just tiny. You're just like, well, Skull is tiny, you know? It's tiny. It's just gonna do little tiny things. Skill is Terrorblade. That's all they have left. See, we completely ignore Tiny. And he's like, come at me, bro. We're like, no, we're go for the Terrorblade, guys.
Poor Azareth, he's ignored.
Yeah, that was really the key there. And then when the buybacks really made sure that you guys could keep pushing. So, well done on that. Phoenix,
yeah, well done.
Who was your MVP on that one? Was it you?
I think I would have to give it to Ember Spirit. I know he got picked off a lot, but he was very important in the tempo control of the game. And usually the tempo controllers are the hardest role to play in Dota, in my opinion, because they require the most amount of communication and teamwork compared to the other roles.
Wow.
Yeah. What did the Twitch chat think? Who's the Hacks MVP? Is it indeed a Jet? Nope.
Oh.
In your dream. I mean, his PL is still pretty
He was beyond
beastly.
God. I mean, he played really solid.
He did.
Yeah.
Is that definitely one of his favorite heroes, I would imagine?
It's probably his best, would you say?
I would say. I mean, he's
don't
ranked,
confirm or deny that.
We don't need to give away the scraps.
Don't say anything about that.
I think his best hero is Rasta.
That's very good. I hope they ban
first base ban.
Not
the
joking.
ban.
Do you guys think I'm trolling?
No.
But in pubs, he's rank 1. He's picking Rasta position 5 and winning rank 1 pubs. I'm like, how are you doing
Wait,
this?
he's playing support in his pubs?
Yes, he's playing because in EU pubs, he said that they just take all cores instantly. So
Yeah.
you have to play Rasta support, and that was like his 2-goal support every time, and he's like winning his position 5 Rasta. I'm like,
All right.
you're rank 1, bro. You're
Ban
like,
it out,
God.
boys.
Yeah,
Ban it out. Ban
there
it
you
out.
go. There's some pocket strats happening right there. We know the strats. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, Moon. Always enjoyable. Thomas is going to play you out. We're going to let you go back to your team, and we're going to close the show afterwards. And of course, we're going to see you again on Thursday. Yeah, it should be fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can just walk off. You can take it with you. It's a souvenir.
Oh, no, no. Oh,
Get the hell out of here.
And then it was, of course, Moon Meander. And Tigers are victorious. Woo. And in this series, Tigers victorious means that they move to the upper bracket of the main bracket. And unfortunately for RNG, it means that they are playing again tomorrow. Here are the group standings. Tomorrow, the final matches of the groups will be played out. We're going to have only 2 series tomorrow, you guys.
yeah.
Don't sound so excited about Let's Dota.
We both said yeehaw.
I mean, Owen is just preparing on playing more Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
My
Navi
grandpa died.
versus
Yeah.
Infamous. And the final tribe versus Royal and Never Give Up. And those will be our matches tomorrow. And because we only have 2 series tomorrow, we start a little bit later as well, which will be
Yeehaw.
Oh,
Yee.
yeah.
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
We'll have a different panel as well. There you go. This is
Yes.
this is the only one that I saw with these 2 here, so don't worry, guys. Got it covered. Got it covered. All right. It was a very enjoyable day, though. Did you guys have fun today?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
I did. Yeah. I did. Did
I
you?
did. I did.
I did.
I did. We did.
Yeah, we did.
I think we came to an agreement that we did have a fun day
Yeah.
today.
I learned a lot about tigers.
I learned a lot about life.
Life?
Yeah.
What about life?
Yeah.
This is the after show now.
Oh, is this the late night show?
The late night show.
Oh,
You know what?
DreamLeague After Dark.
Late night shows are great. I normally enjoy late night shows as well, and I also enjoy listening to a little bit of music while, just relaxing. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm going to do. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. for more Dota 2 for the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10. But for now, let's just sit back and enjoy the music from Thomas.